Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Martina. This video is just going to be very relaxed, just me talking to you guys about my experiences here in China. So I'm going to talk about, the best parts of my stay in China, and I'm also going to talk about some very bad parts. There was a time that I was like, I just want to get out of this country immediately, and I want to just be honest and just chit chat, talk with you guys about everything. And I may not mention everything, but just the things I can remember. And let's get into this video. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, click the subscribe button, and share this video. Okay, so let's begin. In about 3 months, it will be 6 years of me living in China. As you guys know, I have been here as a student. So during this period, I have enjoyed a lot of things about this country. One of the things that I loved so much, one of my best experiences, is just traveling. Being able to travel here. Like, traveling in China is so easy. You can either use flights or train or bus, and it is so easy, so safe. Like, the process, even being a foreigner, like, the process is just so easy. Traveling with flights was very cheap. Like, it's cheaper compared to traveling with train, and it's just a very good experience. You guys know China is very big, and being here, I have learned that I really love traveling. I really love moving around. China has shown me, shown that part of myself to me, that I would really want to do more traveling. And the country has facilitated that, which is like so good. Like, I can travel to a new city without knowing anywhere or anybody in that city, and I'll be able to move around. I'll be able to find places, because you can just use the maps on your phone, and you can literally walk around, and it will take you exactly to where you're going to. Or if you don't know how to get from point A to point B, then just use your map. It will give you step by step. Enter this bus, stop here, enter this subway, move here. Like, traveling has been made so easy here, and like, that is just so amazing. Buying tickets, you can buy your tickets online, like on your phone, WeChat, Ctrip, Alipay. Like, almost every Chinese app allows you to buy tickets on it, so you can even look through and see when prices are cheaper, and it is just so convenient. And God, like, I love that so much. Then let's talk about security, safety. China is safe. Oh my God. Like, for a country that is this populated, about 1.4 billion people, like, I can say the country is very safe. They have done a very good job to like tame the people. I mean, is taming the people the right word? Like, to put everywhere in order. And there are also cameras everywhere watching like everything you do, which is like good. So like, nobody even would risk trying to steal or to harm or to rob or things like that, because most likely you're going to be caught. So being a foreigner, I mean, like, safety is something that is a very big deal for me. I've always said it in my videos. Like, if I want to live in a country, it is very important that that country is safe, and China is just like very safe. With the rampant police brutality going on in different countries around the world, including my country, Nigeria. Like, the police in China, like, there are so many units of the police. Like, there's the SWAT, there's traffic police, there's like immigration police, there's police. Like, there are so many units of police. And something I've noticed is that the police in China don't interfere in the jobs of other police. So it's like, you will not see SWAT handling something related to traffic, or you will not see traffic police, or you will not see immigration police officers handling things related to accidents. There are also some police officers that are stationed as security in different estates, but you never see them getting involved in the jobs of other police just because they are also security personnel. So it doesn't work like that. If there's an accident on the road, there might be other police units that may pass, but it is not their duty. It is not their unit, it is not their job to deal with the accident that has happened or to assess the damage. That is not their job. Usually the people involved in the accident must have already called, you know, the police that's actually responsible for that. So like nobody is interfering in anybody's job. Everyone knows what they are supposed to do, and they do it and they stick to it, and that is like so good. Like that is so good. Like you can be in China and then you can say, you know, the police is your friend. Like literally the police is your friend. They do not hide at the back of their mind to cause harm to you or to scare you. Like a house I used to live in before, my landlord was a policeman, his father was also a policeman, and like they're very friendly people. And he was like, you know, if I ever get in trouble in any way in China, I should just call him and, you know, he'll be able to help me. And like, I mean, I've not got in any trouble, but like that just felt good to know that, the police is actually your friend and they are not people that you should be scared of if you're like living in China. I also got to realize how much I love culture. You know, Chinese people have, you know, retained their culture, their history, and like they have, like, there's so much culture in China. Like the people, first of all, they all speak their language. English is, sorry, Chinese Mandarin is the official language. And then, you know, like if you see places like Inner Mongolia, people are still wearing their traditional outfits. Chinese people still do their festivals. They have their Mid-Autumn festival, they have their spring festival. Like, you know, although the world has their own official new year, which is 1st of January, Chinese people also have their own new year. I like the fact that they still maintain and keep their own culture, keep their own traditions, even though like the world is, you know, like the world already has their own, like the world is moving, but they still are, I don't know, they still love and keep their tradition at heart, which is something I really admire, because I really love culture. I love to see history. I love to like travel back in time, like looking at what has happened in a country. Like example, we see the Great Wall of China. I think that is one of the 7 wonders of the world, but the way they have maintained it, even like some of the parts that got destroyed, they rebuilt it back. Like that is a major tourist center in China, and you see how they have used that to, you know, create revenue for the country. Like so much of their history are now like tourist places, and that is, you know, creating revenue for the country, and they're taking advantage of everything, which is like so, it is like good, and it is just so beautiful. I mean, as a Nigerian, you know, although like I think we have some traditional practices, but things like that are not seen as, they are seen as bad. Yes, they are seen as, oh, it is bad, oh, these traditional things are archaic and you should not look at it, you should not go there. But the way China has handled their traditions and their history and their past, and the way they have used everything to create revenue for themselves, like it is so amazing. Like I it is beautiful. And you know, just being here has made me, you know, want to like explore other, like explore the culture of like different countries. Like I want to know the history about, you know, other countries, their culture. I like when, like I was watching matchmaking one time. It's an Indian show, something like that, on Netflix, about, you know, Indians doing matchmaking, and you know how it has always been part of their culture. I really enjoyed it because I loved how, you know, even though the world is developing and, you know, like they still keep part of their culture. They still know that matchmaking is our thing. We have always done matchmaking, and you know, although the world is, you know, moving away from it, but it is very important to us. Like I really love that, and I really hope Nigerians to actually take culture more seriously, me included. Like I really want to be able to take culture more seriously and not just push culture away, push your traditions away. I remember in my high school, speaking a Nigerian language was considered vernacular, and you get punished for actually speaking a Nigerian language. So in a high school, you're supposed to speak English language, which is like not your cultural language. And if you speak a Nigerian language, you actually get punished. And you know, after being exposed, after leaving Nigeria, and I think about it, I'm like, why is speaking a Nigerian language a problem? Like, why would you actually get punished for speaking a Nigerian language? Like, I have really been exposed, and like now, like I when I was younger, I used to see a lot of people saw it as a big deal when someone could not really speak English so well. Maybe when you're speaking English and you have so much grammatical mistakes, like, or you don't pronounce words very well, being exposed and seeing that there are people that speak like 3 different languages, 4 different languages, 2 different languages, and then every language is not perfect. I have understood that as a Nigerian, as a human being, like, you don't have to speak a language perfectly, and there's nothing wrong if you cannot speak a language perfectly. A lot of people who cannot speak one particular language perfectly most likely have another language that they speak fluently, or most likely they can even speak 3 or 4 or more other languages. Like, I have really been exposed, and like, I really love, the whole culture and keeping to your traditions. So I've spent so much time talking about this. Oh, while in China, I also learned that, these are things that I learned about myself. I learned that I really love nature. I love being in, places that I love being out of the city, being somewhere that has nature, mountains, just bushes, forests, just out of the hustle and bustle of the city. There are a lot of places like that in China. If you follow me on Instagram, you always see me post the view from my kitchen, because it's just like bush all day. So like in winter it gets filled up with snow. You guys must have seen it on my vlogs too. In summer all the trees are growing. In spring flowers are blossoming. In autumn right now, like, everywhere is so brown and dry. And I can also see like the mountains from my kitchen window. My city is a small city, so it is surrounded by mountains. So like I can see mountains like far everywhere, like almost surrounding the whole city, and it is so beautiful. Like, I have realized how much nature is important to me as a person by just being here and being more exposed to nature. I feel like it is really beautiful. I feel like everything on this earth is very beautiful. It's just all about how you present it. I used to say, there can just be an abandoned house somewhere. Okay, like outside right there, there's just an old abandoned house. If maybe a government or a group of people decide to, build a nice fence around it, maybe grow some flowers around it, and say, okay, this was the place that this person used to stay in. Somebody, from history, or somebody in the past, maybe someone that fought a war, somebody very influential to a particular place. And, they just arrange a particular place. It's going to look very beautiful. You will see people coming from all over the world, traveling to come and visit a place that was once nothing, and take pictures there, edit it so nice. All of a sudden, the place that was nothing is now beautiful. I feel like there's beauty in everything. Like, I feel like this everywhere, everything is just beautiful, and China has really exposed me to that. There used to be someone really close to my school that used to look so old, and I used to feel like one day that place would just be destroyed and they are going to build some very nice skyscrapers or buildings there, only to realize that they built very beautiful fences, planted flowers, and like decorated that place so well. And like now that place is like, it is like during there was a war sometime. So that place is a very important part of the history of my city, the history of this province. And I never ever saw that place as somewhere that, oh, I will ever go visit, but I have been there before. And I'm like, wow, so this actually happened here, so this actually happened here. And it's really beautiful. I feel like every country, we should try to keep part of our history, try to embrace nature and make use of nature. I don't know how to put it, but people can really travel to a particular place just to be in nature, and that is also a source of revenue. That is something China has like really exposed me to. And I feel like in a lot of ways my country is lacking in terms of tourism, just because a lot of things that we just abandon. There are so many beautiful places, but we just abandon it because you don't think it's important. But China has really opened my eyes towards that. Technology is the future, and China is really showing that. Like when you live in China, when you live in bigger cities in China, you can be able to see what, you know, the world will be like in future, what the world will be like in some years to come, because China is moving very fast when it comes to technology. Like you can do everything from your house without going out. I'm someone that, you know, I love to be outdoors, but a lot of times I am also indoors. I can stay at home for like a month straight. I won't, but I can, and I'll have everything I need just from my phone without having to step out. And that is really like, it is really amazing. China is doing a lot of things when it comes to using technology, and like they are moving so fast. Living here can like I said, can show you what the world will look like in a few years. And I think if you're looking for investment, something that, you know, in future is going to lead to a lot of money, technology is like a very booming industry. And China is a place where you can come to and you can get business ideas that you can take back to your own country. That's if you have a lot of money. You can, you know, get business ideas from here, take back to your own country, because a lot of countries do not have the things that China has, but in future those things will be needed. So if you're the person that gets the idea and takes it back to your country, you know, that can be a good sort of income for you in future. Like, it's a very good idea. I mean, very good idea. You just need capital. So living in a country, okay, my memory is about to be full, but okay, living in a country where you do not speak the language is also very good, being a foreigner, you know, because it's like, no, it's sometimes it just feels like nobody's really judging you. Everybody knows that you're a foreigner, so it feels like you can be yourself. You can do whatever you want to do and nobody will really care. You can go on the streets and start dancing and nobody will really care, because, oh, you know, that person's a foreigner. Like, the way it's like in your country, the way people from your country will look at you and be like, oh, why are you doing this? Being in a country like China where it is different, where you are a foreigner, like nobody will really look at you and judge you. They understand that you're a foreigner, so like you can be free, you can do whatever you want, you can be crazy, and everybody will just be like, oh, that's a foreigner. I mean, maybe that's how they are in their country, which is somehow good. I really like that. I feel like I'm smiling so much in this video. I really like that about like China, about living here, which is like really good. So I'm going to go into some things that are like not so good, some of my experiences that are like not the best, but I just want to share them also with you guys.